Historian Douglas Brinkley is a CBS News consultant and has been studying Walter Cronkite's personal papers for an upcoming biography. He joins us from Austin, Texas this morning. Doug, good morning to you.
Good morning.
You've had a chance to look at Walter's personal archives, his reporter's notebooks. What have you uncovered?
Well, you mentioned reporters' notebooks. They're quite interesting. They're just the old-fashioned kind with the spiral, but many reporters scrawl on them and cross out and flip it, and they're very messy. Walter kept these perfectly kept notebooks. He kept control of his pen at all times, no cross-outs, yet he would always find time to write the word source, then add a colon, and then put exactly where he got the figure from or the person he talked to at where, at what time. And this was while he was an anchor. For example, I was looking at his TET 1968 notebook just yesterday, and you go through it and it's filled. Every line is, and it's small writing throughout it, but it's very neat and organized. And I think that was a key to him. He had an ability to organize CBS News. He had a lot of young Turk reporters running around, and Cronkite kind of seemed to be able to stay above that, the hurly-burly, halcyon atmosphere of the 1960s and be kind of a calm voice of serenity. And I think it became because he was personally very well organized.
How fascinating is it, though, to read these notes of this man who has basically seen just about everything in the 20th century?
Well, some people say what historians like myself do is we read other people's mail for a living. And so going through Mr. Cronkite's archive, it's looking at his notes, what he thought about things. I uncovered recently this very funny exchange with Abby Hoffman, because Hoffman was one of the yippies, in fact, was in Chicago disturbing the convention Cronkite was covering. But Hoffman had reached out to Walter Cronkite and said, get rid of those dark granny glasses, the famous ones he pulled off slowly during the Kennedy assassination. And Mr. Cronkite got back a hold of Abby and said, you're right, I'm turning to contact lenses then. So here's somebody who you think of dealing with secretaries of defense and presidents, is also dealing with the anti-war movement in Abby Hoffman and taking advice from them, one of them on what kind of glasses to wear versus contacts.
Douglas Brinkley, thank you so much for taking the time this morning. We do appreciate it.